off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports radio station KCAA, AM 1050, FM 106.5, home to the Asian Oprah, number one talk in the IE. Thank you very much. And streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, Tiki Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Spreaker, and more. And why so many places? Because I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness, balancing out all that bad news out there. We're not going to be talking about headlines here because we choose to focus on what is good about you, good about us, good about life. And that's 99% of the time not what you're going to hear on the mainstream media of all platforms. So yeah, and I'm really grateful that this is consecutive week number 671 that I've been coming at you. This is show podcast number 1346. And you'll notice from who's in studio that it is Wednesday because it's time for Doctors in the House with myself and
Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
I'm going to let her answer my questioning machine. I don't have an answering machine. I have a questioning machine. And it says, when you call me, who are you and what do you want? So, co-host, who are you and what do you want?
Well, I'm Dr. Tiffanie Tate, veteran of the United States Navy, author, and I want the best out of life. I want to improve the world one book at a time, and I want to strive to be the best me that I can be.
Awesome. And it's always lovely to have you in studio live. If you've just tuned in, we'd love for you to chat with us, not while you're driving, but whenever you get where you are, just go to my YouTube TV channel and we are live right now. And I know eyeballs are going to be marching in real soon. So as we have breakfast, so we're inviting you to take a bite of my gratitude sandwich, top of the bun, things we're grateful for outside of ourselves, bottom of the bun, things that we're grateful for inside of ourselves. This is a good life habit, a hashtag Blisscipline that I adopted a couple years ago and decided that we would just anchor ourselves in more hope and happiness by starting the show, not only not talking about the headlines, but purposefully talking about what we enjoy in our lives. So, Dr. Tiffanie, take it away. What are you grateful for?
I am grateful for the fact that I was able to wake up and see another day, because with so much chaos in the world, we need to be grateful for just the simple things in life. And just the activity of my limbs and being clothed and in my right mind is just something to be grateful for.
And I will jump onto that. Planets did not crash last night. No one was in charge of that orbital pull. And as a result, we do have another day to live, laugh, love, learn, respect, innovate, create, laugh, which is my favorite sound on the planet. What else are you grateful for?
And I am a fan of Tony, and I know you heard that the creator or founder of the group, Dwayne Wiggins, passed away, and I'm grateful that I had the pleasure of seeing him perform the weekend before he passed away.
Oh, wow. That is, well, talk about, literally never retiring. That's my role model for sure. How young was he?
I believe he was 63 and he had cancer.
Oh,
So
but
that
he was
just,
performing, right? The
yes,
week
he
before.
he had the pleasure of performing with the group, Tony, and I was a fan of Tony.
Mhm.
So when we get into the topic of the day.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I am grateful, of seeing a really good movie, and there's nothing better for me than watching a movie that is based on real events, like real life, and it's called The Last Breath. So if you have a chance to go watch it, it is just brilliant. Don't know why it didn't get nominated. Maybe I'm hoping it's next year, but talk about an amazing story, the writing, the capture of this true thing. And I don't want to give it away, but movies. I'm grateful that we have creativity on screen and that we can go back to the what are they theater post COVID, and I'm a huge fan of the creativity that goes into screenplays, writing, film, and movies. So I'm grateful for that, and popcorn. One more gratitude.
And I am grateful that I will also be writing another book this year. It was
Ah.
accepted. So look forward to that coming out later this year, people.
All right. That's great. That's great. That's creativity in action, which, let's move to the bottom of the bun, where we acknowledge and like and are grateful for things that we are uniquely not, well, everybody is unique, one of a kind, wonderful, but people are. I would say you don't have to be born with them, but isn't it wonderful that each one of us have unique talents, gifts, and abilities that we get to explore and hone and develop during this thing called life, especially if it's something that you didn't grow up or have a goal around. And Dr. Tiffanie, my co-host, is a great example of you can do more than one thing, and even if it's something that you trained for a long time, and then something precludes you from doing it the way you initially intended, which of course is the OBGYN doctor MD that my co-host is. Y'all know I'm actually not an MD, but a PhD, which just stands for piled higher and deeper. But I digress. Dr. Tiffany's ability to pivot and find other gifts. And we are both poster children. That stupid saying, "Jack of all trades, master of none," is really a thing of the past. That you can be good at way more than one thing, and that's always been my Kool-Aid. I want you to drink. So if you hate your job, don't leave yet. Stay and find things to like about it, and then stay and identify things that you have developed and learned as a skill and ability that you can carry into a different place, or develop something new. So that's what the bottom of the bun is. Dr. Tiffanie, what do you like about yourself?
I like the fact that I have learned to accept that it's okay to not be okay,
Hmm.
and to deal with my feelings, because a lot of times we try to stuff. And in the past, I was a stuffer, and I would just hold on to things and not confront things. And now I I tend to confront things, and then I feel better, and I'm able to move forward after confronting the feeling. And
Hmm.
I think it's better to confront the feeling and to deal with the feeling, because when you don't confront the feeling, then you can end up with illness and just issues with your body like hypertension, stress, depression, anxiety. And it's important to have coping mechanisms. And so I'm dealing, sometimes I still stuff. You can take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and that's still 1 step in the right direction. But I've developed better coping mechanisms.
Beautiful. Feelings, nothing more than. And I have learned how to love from afar. I think it's a balance. You really cannot uh, get along with everybody because we're all, we all have edges and we all have nooks and crannies. And to expect that you're going to get along with everybody is kind of silly. So, and it's okay. You can love someone from afar. I'm learning my balance. I know that I am at my core and in my center, love. We all come from love. We go back into love. And we are love, but we are also imperfectly perfect. We're human, and trying to make yourself bend into a pretzel to make other people happy is a useless exercise. So when I know that there are some people that I just don't naturally get along with, instead of using the energy to, you know, try to get along, that giving people a wide berth is something the best thing you can do for them and for you.
Mhm.
So and it's not always that way, but I'm really appreciative that I am learning that, so that I'm not feeling like I'm not um, being the best person I can be if I don't prefer to be around some people.
Absolutely. And I know the show is called Take My Advice. I'm not using it, but I am learning to protect my peace
Yeah.
because I am learning to take some aspects of my own advice.
Well, that's my title. You don't have to use it, but you can.
Well, I don't always take my own advice. So,
Okay. That's good.
yeah.
That's good self-awareness. Yeah.
Yes, I am very
Yeah.
self-aware
Well,
that I am learning to take my own advice and protect my own peace. And I think that is important because you need to be aware of toxicity. And I think it's important to protect your peace. And I'm learning to protect my own peace.
yeah. I like giving people a piece of my mind. But that's great. And we'll close off breakfast that way. Thanks for joining us for breakfast this morning with on Doctors in the House with myself, and
Dr. Tiffany Tate.
hopefully tonight before you go to bed, you'll do that bottom of the bun and fall asleep with the last lingering thought, not being what you forgot to do, what you didn't get done, who done you wrong, but instead, what do I like about me? This is a good life habit. It's a hashtag Blisscipline. I promise that if you continue this with or without me, I'm here live every morning at 9, right after the NBC News. So join me or do it on your own. Just do it. Gospel according to Nike. Make sure you take a bite of that gratitude sandwich. Thank you. And now for the topic of the day. It is
Okay.
everything is awesome.
Yes. So the topic of the day, I'm reminded of this song of the past. It goes, "How did you know? 'Cause I never told. You found out. I got a crush on you."
Uh,
So,
uh,
do you remember that song?
I
Yeah.
don't no, I don't know that song, but
Yeah.
I didn't have a radio because I grew up super religious, and I think that's a precursor to atheism. Because it was very strict, and because of that I had to sneak crushes, which is the
Ah,
topic. So and my recognition for songs is also a little behind the eight ball. Not I'm slow to recognize, so
ah,
forgive me, but
ah.
I'm catching up.
Okay. So the topic of the day is crush. Did you have a crush? What is a crush? Childhood crushes, adult crushes, superstar crushes, just regular crushes? Did you have a crush? Were you crushed on? Don't get crushed in the midst of a crush. Let's just talk
Don't
about
crush me. So teenage crushes. There's an actual song, Teenage Crush. Did you know that? Is that the song you just sang?
no, 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 no,
Tommy
no,
Sands. Have you heard
no.
of that? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I just looked it.
Yeah, this song is from like the 80s. But yeah, I that this song was from like when I was in elementary school. And that's probably when I had my first crush.
Uh-huh.
And it was I loved New Edition. And actually, let me go back. Like, what is a crush? Because I have to do the scientific
Of course.
definition. So a crush is when someone is attracted to another person, and it's based on like a combination of different things. It could be physical appearance, basically shared interests, if you're just basically in the same area, if there's basically a familiarity, or if you both love the same things. So just different things. Now, personally, when I was in the second grade, that was when I had like my first kiss. If you
Second grade, huh? That was pretty early. That's what, 7? You were
if you wanna
7?
call it that, yes, his
Okay.
name was Joseph, so I remember it all, and I was really scared because he was like, "Tiffany, I like you," and I was like, "Oh my god," and of course, Tasha, my big sister, liked his big brother, so she was like, "You have to like him back because I like his big brother."
That's so
So,
cute.
I was like, "Okay."
That's so cute. So I'm just looking at some pictures of the New Edition. They're still performing.
Yes, and I loved Ralph Tresvant. You
That's your
I was
favorite?
I was
Okay.
in love with New Edition.
Ralph Tresvant, Ronnie DeVoe,
Tresvant,
Bivens, name.
yes.
Yeah, this was not in Canada,
Mhm.
at least not accessible for me,
Yes,
but I'm
and I've
sure I
seen them
know
perform.
their
They
songs.
still perform, and I've seen them perform. Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Let's see, original new edition. Yeah, this is what's a song that I would recognize?
Oh my goodness. Candy Girl. Candy girls all the world. Do you remember that?
I can't say I do. I
Oh
really was I was
my
hey, I wasn't allowed to go to a movie theater until I was 21. That's how what's the delayed. I don't want to use the R word. But I'm definitely delayed as far as
What about
music and
Mr. Telephone Man? Everybody's heard Mr. Telephone Man. Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line. You've heard that before, right?
I'm sure I have. See, I have
What
great memory, but my
about
recall
Cool It Now?
sucks.
Cool it now, you better slow it down. I mean, they still get played on the radio.
Yeah, I think that one is for I just want you to keep singing. This is
Okay, but then
I don't
remember
understand.
they broke up, and then they had solo careers. I'm sure you've heard BBD. Poison.
A dance song, right? That's
Yes,
a dance song. Da, na, 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 na. That one? Oh, well.
that girl is poison, 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 poison,
Okay,
poison.
okay, okay. That one I think I got. Poison, I know. Yeah, I also looked up an interesting like I had the question. I actually chose this topic. I was talking to someone and we were talking about, do you remember when? And
Mhm.
so teenage crushes can feel so intense due to the powerful combination of burgeoning hormones, which is
Oh,
why the
absolutely.
expression teenage crush, heightened emotionality, and we talked about emotions last week.
Mhm,
And the exploration of romantic ideals that teenagers are experiencing for the first time,
mhm.
leading to a mix of euphoria, anxiety and uncertainty. So it definitely, and we chase that. I think that it's the part that still lingers. So the
Mhm.
question that is that a good thing, it is a useful thing or not a useful thing to still crush? Because if you think, I think the adult version of a crush is the chemistry butterflies,
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know.
And
Yeah.
statistically, only 2% of people marry their high school sweetheart. I was part of that 2%.
I
But
didn't know that.
yes,
Oh,
about 2% of people marry their high school sweetheart.
okay.
But a lot of times it doesn't last due to a myriad of factors because people change, their goals change, and they don't always grow at the same pace. And
Mhm.
who you are in high school basically is not who you are 20 years later, 30 years later. So
Sure.
they don't necessarily go the distance. Now, not necessarily, some do,
Mhm.
but statistically speaking, we know that 50% of marriages end in divorce. So.
And while we take that aside, it's always been curious to me how we have this expectation that two people who are so different, who come together for a relationship, and I understand maybe religion does it to make sure that there's, an intact family, and therefore in the past it was like so bad to get a divorce and really against all. My aunt told me, they didn't want me to marry a white boy because they wanted someone Chinese, obviously, to stay in the culture. But she said, as you can choose to do this, but if you do this, just know there is no divorce in our family. And then my niece got divorced right before me. So, oh well. I'm glad it wasn't blamed on me, but it was. But I do believe that has kept this idea of growing. Like, if you're gonna grow in your relationship, as you're saying, what is the likelihood you're going to grow in exactly the same direction at the same rate for the rest of your life? It's like, I'm surprised that there isn't more, separation, because that the chances of that are highly unlikely. And so to feel like you have to till death do you part, I think sometimes is hurtful, because one person grows, the other one doesn't, and you're stuck, right? You can't grow, or you feel like they're not growing with you, so they're like, not they're behind, and that judgment starts going. And I think it would just be great if, I like you, we're getting along, at least with the option to buy, renewing every year, and let's see how it goes. And that's why my book of romance and chapters of romance, so that you can feel okay. Don't blame them for the breakup. It's just time, right? That chapter is over, and for me, that makes me feel better about the divorce.
Uh, I think we can probably do a whole show just on that. But I think one of the issues is communication. And when you lack communication, that's when you grow apart because people don't understand each other. And when you stop communication, that kills a relationship. You don't necessarily have to grow at the same pace and you don't have to grow together, but you do need to communicate together. And when you don't converge, you will surely diverge. And that's what happens a lot in relationships. But when it comes to um, crushes, there
Yes.
are key points. Let's just back, okay?
Yeah. What was the topic again?
Yeah, when it
Yes,
comes to crushes,
crushes. I,
when it comes to crushes, I looked up some of the key points when you were talking about high school crushes. There are issues with identity formation, limited life experiences, social pressures, change in environment, and just immature relationship skills. So those are the key problems when it comes to high school. And I looked up, how do you get over your high school crush? You have people who are adults who are still pining over their high school crush or still pining over their exes. And that's always a problem. So, number one, you just need to stop thinking about him or her, whether it's real or it doesn't matter. Just get over it. I know it's easier said than done, but it's all in your mind. So, number two, be happy with who you are, accept where you are in life. Number three, learn how to balance your thoughts. Number four, take some time away from social networks. Stop trolling their family. Stop going over and looking back because you can't move forward if you're always thinking about the past. Number five, write down what you want. If you want to be with your ex, just go back to your ex and stop trying to straddle the fence. Number six, don't obsess. And number seven, go out and live your life. Enjoy where you are. And number eight, know that he or she probably won't like you or won't want you back anyway. But if they do want you back and you want to go back, hey, do that.
Absolutely. I'm going to share my little crush story, and this will definitely date me. But I had a dream. I think I was probably 13, and it was such a vivid dream. And to this day, like if I close my eyes, I can almost repicture that. And don't laugh. So I was at the Toronto International Airport and in baggage claim, and I look over through all the people and their luggage and the baggage claim, and who do I see? Feelings. Or I write the songs that make the whole world sing. Who is it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Now we're like the opposite. Who sang Feelings?
You would have to remind me. It's too early.
Oh my. Okay. So now I'm totally busted on the era. But let's see, what's another song that he does? And if you don't, so we're gonna be even. If you don't get this, this is number 4, right? Hits. Okay. Let's see. At the Copacabana.
I know the song,
You
but
don't know that one?
I know the song, but I can't remember the artist.
OMG. Well, let's see, one more. Let's see. Oh, it never rains in Southern California. You don't have that one? I remember all my life. All right. So it's obvious that Dr. Tiffany and I did not grow
Oh,
up.
Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow. You saw Barry Manilow.
Who did somebody put that in the chat, or did you
No,
look it
I
up?
just had to think. I had to think. I had to close my eyes and think. Because my uncle, remember my uncle JS, the one you met? He used to always sing those songs. So I had
There
to
you
imagine
go.
him
There
singing, and
you
it
go.
just take me back.
Obviously, I did not know at the time he was gay, but I was so in love with him that I was so like it was so vivid. Tiffany, Dr. Tiffany, it was like he came over and he's like, "Where have you been all my life?" As the suitcases are going around, and I held his hand and we walked out and we got married, and it was so nuts, like the intensity of that crush. So yeah, so I'm busted on that one. But it was such a you look at you remember the Beatles, and you remember any group that would arrive at the airport, and when you think of crushes, it's just
Well,
this
there's always Michael Jackson because everybody loves Michael Jackson and Prince as well.
Michael Jackson and Prince. Absolutely. I met Prince once at a party, and the only thing I remember was he's not tall at all. He was shorter than me. I was what? But you know what I heard about him that is super cool, that when he first got to Hollywood and would met the producers and everything. And he played so many instruments. He arranged, he wrote, he sung, everything. And he got offers, but they were all offers of him as just a recording artist. And he refused to sign until he found someone where he had the right to produce and arrange and do everything, which I thought, wow, that's amazing. And isn't that cool? So he stood by his talent. He knew his value. He knew what he was good at. He knew he had belief and faith, not blind faith, but smart faith and knowing faith in who he is. And I think that is our job. You want to talk about purpose in life? If we can crush on ourselves and recognize how incredible we are and what we are able to do and think and create and innovate. So there's my segue. But okay, who else did you crush on besides fifth edition?
Well, I told you Michael Jackson and Prince.
Okay, so those two. Okay, so
yeah, I had other crushes as a child.
I'm trying to think of who else. David Cassidy. I'm definitely giving away my era. But David Cassidy was a crush from, what was the name of their show again? The Partridge Family. And that was big in Canada. And I actually met David later on when I came here to California at a party. So that was kind of cool, meeting your crush. And it's interesting because you don't think of people aging, right? You think they are still looking like they did, when you had them on your wall. I was not allowed to do that, but I hid the posters.
Well, I did have a chance to meet Johnny Gill. He sang at Mark and Elsa's wedding during COVID.
Really?
In my backyard. Yes.
Wow.
So
how cool is that?
That was fun.
Wow. Because I got to go to their house at Christmas and that was super fun. That's a great story.
Yeah.
All right. I do see eyeballs. So if you're wondering what's going on in studio today, this is Take My Advice. I'm not using a gift balance with Dr. Marissa. And as you can tell from who's in studio, it is Doctors in the House with myself and
Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
And we're talking about childhood, teenage, adult crushes. And we'll be right back after we pause for news, weather, traffic, and a word from our sponsor to talk about other crushes we have and just that feeling and who the top crushes are right now in the celebrity world. So don't go away. We'll be right back in 2 and 2, not 2 minutes like Chuck Woolery used to say, but peace in, peace out. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tiffanie Tate, and I'm here to tell you about my books. Little Engine Mia Sings is a story about a little train engine named Mia who gets bullied on the playground. You want to pick up this book because it will help empower your child to help them speak up and speak out. The next book is called Bad Touching. It teaches children about safe touching and uncomfortable touching. You want to pick up this book for any child near you. The following book is Money Matters. And yes, especially now, money does matter. And it teaches children about saving, investing, and tithing. All these books can be found on Amazon as well as Barnes & Nobles and my website, www.drtiffanietate.com. Don't delay. Get your book today.
back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And we're back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, home to the Asian Oprah, #1 in the IE. Thank you very much. AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, and of course, my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and then give us the finger, not that finger, but this finger, then you'll be able to get an alert every weekday morning when I am on, and especially on Wednesday mornings when it is my very special series called Doctors in the House with myself and
Dr. Tiffanie Tate.
we're so glad you're here today. Do go and pick up one and or more of her books for kids. It's a great way to teach without teaching in a comfortable way, and on topics that you might be uncomfortable with. So we've been talking about childhood crushes, and I put the moose on the table and embarrassed myself with now you can figure out how young I am. I am hashtag ageless, but I think my crushes gave me away, but that's okay. I know, I hope I continue to look younger. And it's not that I'm ashamed of how old I am. Let me be clear about this. But until our society doesn't judge people based on that, better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and confirm it. Better to be thought young than to open your mouth and disconfirm it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to that. But we've been I wanted to pull up who do you think is the #1 top celebrity crush, Dr. Tiffanie, these days? Or I should say, there's one that said of all time. I don't know if I definitely agree with this. What do you think?
Of all time, is it Denzel Washington?
Let's see. IMBD says Kellen Lutz, and I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Where do you want to get this from? There's legit.ng. I have no idea if that's somebody. Well, I like the colorfulness of this. Colorful people. It's not just Let's see. Mookie Betts is number 100. I like it. Who's #1? I think they're saying this is #1. I think legit may not be legit. Do you recognize?
Well, I recognize #1. That's not #1. The first guy in the picture.
Who is?
He is one of the Wayans brothers. He's like the second, the third picture.
He comes up here as well. So Chris Helmsworth.
Yeah, I recognize Chris Helmsworth. Yeah, he's handsome.
I met his dad.
I recognize Chris Evans.
I interviewed him. That was cool.
Captain America, yes.
Liam Helmsworth, Ryan Reynolds, Michael Jordan.
Oh, Michael Jordan. Okay.
Yes, American actor, producer. Zac Efron. I think this is more so now. Well, he is a little older, Henry. And then I start losing the recognition factor. Do you recognize this guy?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't recognize this guy either. But then I am the worst Hollywood recognition. My publicist always say that. Shawn Mendes. Did you know he was Canadian?
I did not.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool Canadians. So, yeah, I don't recognize a lot of these. Oh, there's Chris Pine.
Okay, I can agree with Channing Tatum. Is that Channing Tatum?
Yeah. I can agree with it too. I would not kick him out of my bed for eating crackers for sure. Heath Ledger, Brad Pitt, James Dean, I think he was huge, right? Did you ever have a crush on him?
No.
No. Leonardo, Chadwick, Jamie Dornan, lot of white
I can't
guys.
believe Shamar
Johnny Depp.
Moore isn't on there. He's
Who?
very Shamar Moore. He's rather
There he
handsome.
is right there. He was right. It's so funny. You called him. He's on my favorite. Oh, man.
Yes, yes, he's rather
Oh,
handsome. Yes,
oh. I think I just found my new crush.
yes. Oh my,
Yummy.
yes.
I need ice. Um that just lit my pilot light.
Mhm. I'm like,
27 is my roulette number too.
yeah, I'm
Totally.
like, where is he?
Yeah, number 27. Definitely above Hugh Jackman. Ryan Gosling, James Franco, Nick Jonas. There's the first Jonas brother. That one I don't understand, Beckham. You know who's one of my crushes is Carlos, the tennis player. Oh gosh, he's gorgeous. Orlando Bloom, John Stamos. He's cute. The news guy,
Mhm.
Robert Downey Jr. I don't know some of these names. Oh, Adam. I wasn't. Do you think he's cute?
He's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Adam Levine is cute. Yes, I do.
I love Harry Styles. I think he's adorable. Yeah. Do you want to know who the girl crushes are?
Let's finish with the
Oh, you
guys.
want this? Oh, I thought you like this, huh? All right. Keanu,
Yeah,
number
he's
50.
handsome.
Yeah.
Especially with everything he does in the community,
Right,
that just
right,
makes
right.
me
That
more handsome.
I would put him up further. There's a lot of them from England, which is kind of Matthew McConaughey. I got to meet him on the carpet. I like Dwayne Johnson. Andrew Garfield, another British actor. He's a great actor. Do you know this guy?
And what is his name?
Stephen Amell, Canadian.
Mm-mm,
There you
don't
go.
know.
Don't know him. Mark Wahlberg.
Oh
Tim-
yeah, Beastie Boy. He was a Beastie Boy. I had a
Mark
had a
Wahlberg
crush
was a Beastie
on
Boy?
him.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow. I
Knew
didn't
their
know that.
songs. I can rap a Beastie Boy song if you wanted me to.
Okay, go. Go.
Let's see. Which one? Brass monkey, that
Oh.
funky monkey. Brass monkey junkie, that funky monkey.
That one I recognize. Now, I think he got robbed. I really loved nothing against Adrian Brody. He was great, but him with the music and the guitar, he learned how to play it for the movie. Did you see that movie, the Complete Unknown? That's another good movie for you to see if you
Mm-mm,
haven't seen it.
have not.
Tom Cruise, also another, not that tall but super cute, and his insistence on doing his own stunts. Oh,
Mhm.
did you see that video clip when he missed the wall? That is like,
I did. I did see that.
oh man, my fingers are just thinking about it. Tom
Mhm.
Ellis, Jude Law, Justin Timberlake. I like his crossover. I love that he is another example of a multi hyphenate, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to be limited to just whatever.
Yeah, don't put him in a box.
Correct. Don't put us in a box. He's cute.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Uh, I don't know. Jared, not. uh, Hayden Christensen, Cole Sprouse, George Clooney at number 69. I used to
Yeah,
post all the time when I was flying. I was looking for George Clooney because of that movie.
that nice silver fox. Yes.
Yeah. Elvis. Yeah, he that talk about the Beatle reception, Elvis reception. I wonder if they've ever done the loudest teenage screaming around which childhood crush. I would say he was probably amongst the top. I wonder if Tom Jones is on here. I went to a Tom Jones concert. That's how delayed I was in mainstream. Oh, he's cute. Who's he?
Yeah, he
Oklahoma.
plays in a lot of movies. Yes.
Oh, I like his look.
Hmm.
Chad Murray. So yeah, I went to a Tom Jones concert in Chattanooga, Tennessee with my girlfriend Stephanie Euler. And I've never seen so many underwear and bra lingerie thrown on stage in my life. And I swear he had a sock in his pants. It had to be black leather tight. Yeah, it's one of those moments that I won't forget. Grant Gustin. Ooh, look at the eye color on this guy. Who
Oh
is
yeah,
this?
I love him. Yes.
Oh, this
He
is
used to
the
play in
Grey's
Grey's
Anatomy.
Anatomy. Yes.
I never watched that. Isn't that weird? Well, I haven't had a TV in 10 years, so
Oh
but I
yes.
do love movies.
And I crush on Trevor Noah.
Is he also on General Hospital?
No, no, he used to have a news show, like a comedy news show.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
He's cute. I like Bardot. What's his isn't he married to Penelope? What's his name? Bardot, the Spanish actor. Do you know who I'm talking about? You don't.
Mm-mm.
I gotta look it up one quick second. Nope, I didn't get it right. It's not coming up. What is his name? No, not Bridget Bardot. I'm getting the name wrong. Let's see, where was I? Teenage Crush? Nope. Where Hottest Male. Okay. Is this the one? Yeah. Neil Horan, we're almost done. Paul Wesley, Josh Duhamel, Donald Glover, Ashton Kutcher, Liam Payne, Matt LeBlanc. That's it. Oh, they keep going. Oh, Lord. I thought there was 100. Oh, there's Patrick Swayze. Now here's the Will Smith. He made it on the list. Is that Jared Leto you were talking about?
No, Trevor Noah. I just sent it to you. Trevor
Oh,
Noah.
okay. Justin Harley. Yeah. Oh, Christian Bale. Okay, we got to stop doing this. Okay. So, which is the one you sent it on email, or did you send it on my text?
On your text.
Oh,
It's
okay.
TREVORNOAH. Trevor Noah.
Well, I can't do it from my phone, so I'll look it up here. Was he on the list?
Well, I don't know. He may have been somewhere down there, but
He wasn't in the top. Oh, okay. He's cute. Let me share
yes,
this.
yes, he's good.
Oh, he has a comedy thing. Well, is his hair still like that?
He grows it out, he cuts it off, he goes back and forth.
Okay. Let's see. Is that him?
That's him.
Yeah, he's cute.
Mm-hmm.
He looks good in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
All
He's
right.
nice, handy.
He's yummy to you.
Yeah.
Hot Spanish actors. I have to find his name because he is like he's not even on this list. That is
You can
not
Google who's married to Penelope
what?
Cruz.
Pardon?
You can Google who is married to Penelope Cruz.
I don't know if it's him though. I think it is. Okay, let's see. Who is married to Penelope Cruz? I hope it is, because if it's not, yes, Bardem, not Bardot. Okay. Don't you think he's cute? Let's look at when he was younger. He was so like, see that? Isn't he? I don't know. He's like so good looking to me. There's something about, there was a movie where he played a guitar. I can't remember the name of the movie either, but he was just absolutely, I fell in love. He was definitely a crush. But I think they're beautiful together. Like that couple, you know how some couples just look really beautiful together?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Yep. They
Yeah.
look great together. It's
Yeah.
good when you find someone that compliments you and that
Sure.
appreciates you.
For sure. For sure. Who else do you like?
And
Look, we've
I
got cashew gallery people. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I didn't even see this. John Caesar, how are you? Great to see you here. Thank you for the compliment. Who's your childhood teenage crush, or who's your crush now, John? Uh, you can put it in the chat. I am curious as to female crushes. So, top female crushes. Who do you think?
mhm.
Who would you guess?
I think a lot of the top female crushes will be, if you go back to use, a lot of people will be, if you go to the 80s, from when I was a kid,
Well,
it
let's
will
see.
be a
This is what
celebrity.
came up in the search. So Jennifer Lawrence, Margot Robbie, Alexandra Daddario, Megan Fox, Mila Kunis, Emma Stone, Scarlett Johansson, Minka Kelly, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that
Mhm.
those are Shakira, Anna Kendrick. That's an interesting. Um, I mean,
She's in
I
a lot of movies, yeah.
yeah, yeah, I love it. I that cup one is my favorite. Isn't that her? The one that did the. My memory's so good, but my recall sucks.
Well, I was gonna say, because she is, in Pitch Perfect 2.
That's the one. That's the one. Pitch Perfect. Thank you. Amelia. Yeah, I don't. This is IMBD, so this is all very much um, movies. So I want to find something that's not movies. Which female celebrity has the most fans? Ah, Selena Gomez. Did you know that?
I did not, but she has been famous since she was in, probably what, junior high school, because she started as a Disney actress. So I can see that she has had a following since she was young, from
And
Wizards of Waverly Place. So I can see her doing it. And as she transitioned to a pop star, it has since grown. So it makes sense.
I totally have a lot of respect for her because of her um, one
Her
her
meditation. Mhm.
her her authenticity around her diagnoses, her struggles with mental health, physical health, and how, the whole Justin Bieber thing. And she really, really, really has done a lot of inner work. And
Mhm.
I love that about her, and her honesty, and her, I'm not perfect, and please don't be mean, and you don't understand what anybody's going through, so don't judge.
Mhm.
I
In
love
fact,
that message. Hmm?
Mia's very first concert was Selena Gomez. We are Selena Gomez fans,
Oh,
and I have her in my iTunes playlist. So we love Selena Gomez. We
yeah.
love her.
Yeah, I was very disappointed in the fans of the movie Amelia. Anyways, the one of the nominees of best movie, Amelia Perez, and the just how cruel people are. They got to find something to criticize, and Selena got a lot of heat, and it was just so wrong. I'm not even going to say for what it's for because I don't want to give them any credence, but I
Mhm.
am going to kudos for Selena Gomez, and I'm glad you're fans.
Yes.
Final word. It's time. We've had fun. I know for sure I've had fun looking at crushes. What's your final word?
My final word is remember to crush on yourself
Mm.
because you are worthy of love. So if you want to love someone from afar, go for it. If you want to fall in love with someone, go for it. But remember to love yourself. And if you want to fall in love with a friend, that's fine too. But remember to love yourself.
You were the one when we first started who asked me the question that I got wrong. Who is the most important person in your life? And I'll never forget that moment. And I think I said my kids or my God or something. And you said, nope, it's yourself. And that is exactly what she continues to say. And it is true. I think that if you can't love and approve of yourself, how the fork do you expect anybody else to? That's my final word. We hope you are first and foremost crushing on you. I hope you are, um, you know, choosing to think about fun things that make you smile and laugh instead of focusing on everything that's in the headlines right now. We have no control over what is happening. We had a chance um, to change things when we voted, but this was the outcome. And so all the stuff that continues to blast, and there's so many things that you could choose to be worried about or in fear about or anxious about, and I am encouraging you to not do that because we just don't know. But what we do know is that we can choose to remember fun things like crushes. It's not that it's not important, but it's something that we can remember without fear. I think being in fear and worry right now is the worst thing you can do for yourself. And if you're going to crush on yourself, you do not do that. So that's my final word. And John said
Yeah.
Janet Jackson.
Awesome.
Nice. She
She's
didn't
in
come up there.
control.
She
Never
didn't come up
gonna
on
stop.
the list.
Control.
All right. As usual, great time. Thank you, Dr. Tiffany. It's all about balance, peace in, peace out, world peace through inner peace. Now go and have the best day.
Definitely. Ever.
See you tomorrow.